Let's move on with modeling the Cutaway Rock and Roll Club by making some bar stools. So I'm going to bring in a circle. I'm going to go with 18 vertices here. Make sure I'm in global. And let's move this to about there, I think. There, let's get started on this anyhow. Okay, so E to extrude, let's bring that up. It's probably still too big. E and S, and mesh grid fill. We use 2. And Shift Alt click there. E and S, and we'll fill that as well. Let's grab these edges, Shift Alt and click, and Control B. One edge loop there. Let's set the origin geometry and Shift S, cursor to selected. Yeah, it's going to be too big, I think. Let's go in with Scale Shift Z. Subdivision surface, so let's just select that. I think that's just got 1 on it, yeah. Control L, modifiers, select it and smooth. So get away with 1 and select that and Control L, materials. Okay, so we got that. Okay, the way I'm going to make the legs is I'm going to go in edit mode. Grab one of those rings around it, doesn't matter which one. Pull that down, P to break it out. So I got that. Set the origin of geometry on that. Still got my 3D cursor on this. Let's go into edit mode. And I'm going to box select. Let's get rid of, let's say, all those and this one, and this one. Just keep those, I think. Let's scale a little bit. Let's select this one and this one. Look from the front, and I think I got it. E to extrude, I'm going to pull those up. Let's scale in like that. I'm going to select these 2 ones at that sharp point. Control Shift B. Go like this and put maybe just 1. So I've got this. Okay. Alright, so with that done, I'm actually going to push this down. So I'm going to bring down a little bit. I'm just going to pull those up again. I think I'll pull them over like this. C curve. Choose full. Bring up the bevel a little bit, resolution a little bit. Now I hit smoothing. I'm also going to hit subdivision surface like that. And Control L, we'll put that material on. Okay. Go back up here and grab these top points. And I'm just going to pull them up. Make it a bit lower. I think I'll take these and scale in the X a bit more. Okay. I'm going to leave it just like that. Let's take this, and because my 3D cursor is there, my 3D cursor pivot point like that. Shift D, rotate Z 180. And we'll see if we like the effect. It's not bad. Let's see this one, see if it looks like it's on the ground. It sort of does. Okay, let's grab this, and this, and Control G. I'll rotate one of these. I think just a little bit, and maybe this one will be completely around. Rotate Z90. I don't know if I like it that much, like that. Okay. I can still go back. I can make these thicker if I want to. Cool. All right. I'm going to leave the bar for a minute and I'm going to start working on these amps. Okay, this guy right here. Let's grab this. Shift D and scale it. To break it out. Let's start with that. Pretty much a cube. All right, let's take this and work on it alone. Shift H. Focus in on it. So it's got the bevel right now. We're gonna see if I can get away with the bevel or if I need subdivision surface on this. But I think I want it a bit more like that. Okay, so this is going to be the front, and this is going to be the side. And here's how I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to inset like this. I'm going to pull that in. I guess I'm going to pull it in a decent amount, not too much. Right away I'm going to shift D and take that out. P and break it. And this part's going to blow a lot of polys, but there's a way I'm going to do it. I'm going to select it, W, subdivide. I'm going to go for 18. I don't know how realistic this will be, but I'm going to hit I twice, I, and make sure I got some squares, just like, you know, think about that. X, faces. Come back. What has this got on it? It's got a bevel. Let's hide the bevel for a moment. In fact, I'm going to take it down to 1 anyhow. And I'm going to put on solidify and just leave it. That's too much. Bring it above the bevel. And let's make it smaller than that. I just want a little bit of thickness. That's going to be my grading, and I think I will need the bevel on it in order to, you know, get a little bit of reflection, and that'll blow some polys though. Okay, before I do anything else, I want to work on this. I'm going to put 2 edge loops. I'm going to scale in the Y a bit more. I just want to see that handle there. Oh, it is pretty narrow. That's fine. Another 2, And I want to see where it is. If it's pretty much central, isn't it? On this anyhow. I'm going to scale in the Z. I want it a bit bigger. Okay. Let's put an edge stick down the middle so we can mirror this. Let's take this face and let's extrude it in. Decent amount. And then scale in the Z and get a real big slope. Scale in the Y a smaller amount. Like that. So far the bevel's working. It's not that rounded here, but I'd save a lot of polys if I could do it this way. Let's take that face, Shift D, and pull it out. P to break it out. Go back in, select it, scale in the Z. Let's focus on that. E to extrude, pull it out. Scale in the Z. And let's try that. No, we don't get rid of any faces, will we? No, we'll just do it this way. Let's push it back in. Scale that in the Y. That would be my handle, but I'll make it bigger. Scale that in the Z. Push it in a little bit more. Might be too small. Like that. Now, I think maybe this is too deep. Let's bring it out a bit. I went a little bit overboard on that. All right. Let's grab all this and delete those faces. Let's put on a mirror. Can't do that. Let's see if I can just mirror this at this point. I don't think I can. Oh, I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. Now, here's what I'm thinking. I think I'm going to go ahead and apply the mirror on this. Where is it there? Yeah, okay, get that. Shift S, cursor to selected, and I'm going to bring in a cylinder with 32 vertices. Rotate X 90. Scale it down to make the size of the speaker. Then I'm going to do a Boolean, and it's going to create n-gons. This is just the way that I want to do it. Pull it down a little ways. Have the speaker a little bit more towards the bottom than central so I can put some text up there. I'm going to try it this way. I'm going to see how well this works for what I'm doing. Okay, so that's fully in there. Select the speaker. Go Boolean. I'm going to move it above the bevel. Difference with this guy. Yeah, I'm going to lose a lot of my bevel, aren't I? Okay, so I'm not going to do it yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Shift D. I'm going to make a copy of it, move it out here. I got that. There it is. I'm going to take this, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to see if I can get up a little bit more with my bevels. Now that might look a little bit too much, but I think from a distance it'll catch more light. I'm not planning on coming really close to it. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to apply that bevel. And then I'm going to go difference with respect to this guy, apply. And that's actually a bit too deep. But I should be able to come in here and pull this up. Okay, just hang on a second here, and I'm gonna get rid of that. Deselect all these. Select that edge. Deselect that. Okay. So this is what we're getting so far. It's a lot lower poly than if I did subdivision surface. Not quite done. Choose center, rotate X90, scale. Resolution by a couple. Choose a different font. I don't have any good fonts really, but I got one I think I wanted to use for this. It's up to you what you want to do with this. I think I'll go with that. Okay. We could leave it at that, or we could work on the corners a little bit. Not sure what I want to do for that. See if I can get this guy isolated again. cursor to there. Let's just try this. I'm not quite sure what I want to do here. This anyhow. I'm going to bring my 3D cursor right there, and I'm going to take this and I'm going to rotate Y90. There's different types of corners, and so I'm going to pull this down here. I turn on snap to vertex and pull it down until it snaps like that. Okay, I'm going to take these guys and well, first of all, we'll flip the polys. Yeah. It would be cool if I cut it there. Not too cool, eh? Well, let's get it roughly equal. Actually, let's do this. But not like that. Okay, well, oh yeah. You gotta remove doubles because it may not have merged. Let's try solidify. And I just want to see which way we're going. I'll do even thickness. Which way are we going? And I want to go out. Alt Shift. I just want a small amount like that. And apply, and then subdivision for this part. Then change. Let's see how much that is. Okay. Let's turn it off for a second so I can see. That's what happens. It pops away a little bit. Let's get that material on there. That might be what I want with a bit of manipulation. Going to see underneath there, so yeah, the polys jump up. Now that might be just fine, and if I didn't have that on at all, I bet you with smoothing it would look just fine. Okay, so I mean, not that great, but yeah, that'll start bringing it up again. I'll leave it with one. It looks a bit nicer. That's without a speaker. And I was thinking I would just make this in, black, and we'll see if that's good enough. Okay, and these ones are just sort of modifications of this, so I'll leave it at that for now, and then we'll come back and we'll do the other amps, and then we'll move on.